Alrighty, we should be live now. I'm going to make sure everything is working real quick, and then we're not going to waste any time, and we're going to hop in. Is the audio working? Let me see. Yeah, audio is good. Actually, no, it's not. Hold on. What in the world? Okay, now the audio should be good. Yes, that sounds a lot better. So for those who need a very quick refresher on what our divisional matchups look like, here's a look at the bracket. Because Nick and Todd both need their game to go first, we will start with that game. And I am not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. Siri, give me a number between 3 and 4.
It's 3.
3. That would be the Cowboys. Actually, hold on. There is one quick slider change I wanted to make that I forgot to do. Oh, it's already at 100. Okay, there's nothing I can do about the run blocking because nobody ran the ball well, other than Cowboys in the last stream. But I guess if it's at 100, then there's not much I can do. Sucks to suck, Josh Jacobs. I'm not rigging it because it doesn't help my team. It just helps all run blocking. But I can't even change it. Okay, so Nick wants the normal whites. Do we want anything special for Seattle? We can be quick about this. They have cool blue jerseys. Can I pick for Todd since you're definitely not 6-0? We can just roll with this. As the game loads, I'm going to fill up my drink, and then we'll be good to go. The last time we saw these two teams was a meaningless Week 18 game before Echo. Before that, though, it was the NFC Championship last year in Dallas. The Cowboys blew them out through 3 quarters. Seattle made an incredible comeback with a potential game-winning Hail Mary, but they missed the 2-point conversion, which led to Dallas not only making, but of course winning the OFL Bowl. And now they face off again for a spot in the NFC Championship game in Seattle. This is the Seahawks' first playoff game since the NFC Championship last year. They, of course, are the number 1 seed. They're 14-3, and they are arguably the team to beat in the bowl. They have a good mix of really playing well in Watched, along with Sim as well. We saw them beat the Dreadnoughts in Watched for the number 1 seed 2 weeks ago. Of course, they are led by Patrick Mahomes, MVP frontrunner. I don't actually know if he's a frontrunner because I don't have access to the vote, but I would think he is. I voted for him first. And his day does not start off well. Deebo Samuel loses 3 from Zach Cunningham, I would assume. That doesn't really look like his face scan. Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. Todd's team still worries me and Watched. Worries as in, like, scares you because they're good? Oh, nearly intercepted. That was close. Of the 4 games today, on paper, I would say this is probably the most exciting one for me. Oh my God, what a catch! Is that Deebo? No, it's Amari Cooper. The Offensive Player of the Year candidate, arguably the best receiver in the league through the duration of the year, comes down with an incredible grab over I would assume, is that Greg Newsome? Did Greg Newsome just get cooked? I don't know who I want to root for because I don't like my chances against either of these teams in the OFL Bowl. I think we match up with just about everybody else pretty well, but not these two. I guess I'm just going to root for everybody to get injured to hell and back, so where they can't win the NFC Championship. Oh, Greg Newsome is hurt. Oh, I'm slow. I think Sauce only has star. I could be wrong, so that's probably Lattimore. Why did I think that was Greg Newsome? I'm stupid. Root for the Patriots. I already am. I know I want the Patriots to win because I would rather play them. But out of the NFC teams, if we make it, nice touchdown by Deebo Samuel. Quick start for Seattle. But if we were to make it, which is obviously a lot easier said than done, we got to win 2 games against 2 great teams. But really, for anyone in the AFC, I would probably want the winner of this game to lose in the conference championship. I will say, though, all 8 teams left are, like, really good. Like, we don't really have, like, a Cinderella. You could argue, like, the Titans, but the Titans are the 2 seed. They have a home playoff game today, so... Octa's preying on people's injuries. Cancel him. It's a video game. I can do what I want, bud. Now we'll get a look at the Cowboy offense featuring Joe Burrow and Nick Chubb. Chubb was the star of the show in the wild card round for the Cowboys, helping them get by the Columbus Explorers. They're going to have to lean into him again today against what is a stout Seahawks front. DeForest Buckner, John Johnson, Grover Stewart, Frank Jones. One of these is not like the other. We've also got J.C. Jackson, who was arguably the best cornerback in the entire league this year. He was really good in sim, and I feel like he'd be good in watch because he's got good ball skills. 3rd and 2. I feel like they should run the ball here. They will run the ball. Chubb breaks off a tackle. Breaks another one. He really should not have gotten a first down. Instead, he gets 14. How small do you think my window is? I don't know. How would I know? Maybe your title window, that's small as hell. If he did cut to the left side, there's a chance he could have broken off a big run. But even so, he really should not have gotten that first down. So, it was a really good play. This could be Ravens Shamrocks. It could be. I feel like Dallas's defense is too good for that. Even without Greg Newsome, who's one of, if not their best player on that side of the ball, in watched games at least. 3rd and 1. Dulcich does get it. Joe Burrow has 4 passes for 20 yards. 420 blaze it. Wizards Chiefs clear. What game was like better, Wizards Chiefs or Dublin and Baltimore? The Dublin and Baltimore game had slightly more stakes because it was the AFC Championship, but like the fact that those 2 games happened within like 2 seasons of each other is wild. I think the Wizards game was like 58-52. And the Baltimore game might have been similar. I don't remember the exact number. Raven Shamrocks was 56-49. Wow. And the other game I know was overtime, and I'm pretty sure the first team that got the ball scored. The coin toss decided the winner of the game. Just like the real-life Mahomes and Allen playoff game. Oh, that was nearly intercepted. That was close. If he caught that, he could have taken that the whole way. That could have been gigantic. Pause. 3rd and 6. Here's Dulcich again to the 10. What people are guaranteed an OFL coaching spot next year? Me, myself, and I. Other than that, I don't know because I'm not thinking about OFL 24. We have 2 more seasons of this, plus another playoff run. Oh, that was risky too. Joe Burrow is asking for trouble. Why don't they run the ball more? They're just going for a lot of short passing. If you want to go short, get it to 24. Burrow's alone in the backfield. Chubb is out on the boundary, covered by J.C. Jackson, one of the matchups of all time. There's Mike Evans to about the 3.5-yard line. They're going to throw it. I can already see it. Yup. Got him. It's Dulcich again for a touchdown. And the Dallas Cowboys drive was a little bit longer than Seattle's, but it ends in the same result with a touchdown. $14 plays. Goddamn. It's the second best tight end of the NFL draft, only behind Jago Conquo, of course. Took me a second. Here's drive number 2 for the Seahawks. Their first one went pretty well. Trey McBride is generational. Generationally mid, maybe. There's a solid first down to start things off. Jalen Naylor never even met her to the 47, and that'll wrap up the first quarter. 7-7. A lot of offense so far. You drafted Sam Laporta. I don't want to hear. Is that supposed to be like an insult? Because Sam Laporta is pretty good. So that doesn't even make sense. I'm more than happy to have Sam Laporta on my football team. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. He clears Trey McBride with ease. Risky throw, and it is incomplete, broken up in the secondary. Bo Baylor. Who is Bo Baylor? I don't think that's a person. Is hitting 315. I assume you mean Josh Naylor. Whoa! Debo. Not Debo. Amari Cooper. I keep thinking that's Debo because he's wearing 19. But it's Amari Cooper, who doesn't wear 19 in real life. Doesn't he wear 2? Nonetheless, he gets it to the 1. I thought his name was Bo. His brother's name is Bo, who also plays on the Guardians. That's probably why you thought that. Second and goal. Debo looking for touchdown number 2. He'll get it. Debo Samuel back in the end zone. Man, Greg Newsome gets injured and the Dallas Cowboys forget how to play defense. They're lucky he's back next week, if there is a next week for them. Seattle, remember, is also without Tyler Lockett until next week, so while Dallas is without a premier corner, Seattle's without a premier receiver. Desmond King would have intercepted that. Desmond King would have gotten even more burnt than Marshawn Lattimore. Here's drive number 2 for the Cowboys. The first one was a long one. Did you see Tim Patrick broke his Achilles? Yeah, he broke it. It's a bone in the back of your foot, apparently. Yep. Broke it. Sucks for him because last year he broke his ACL. Look at Nick Chubb go. Powerful man. No, not Tim Patrick. Seattle Seahawks OFL legend. He's still on this team, right? Yeah, I think he's their wide receiver too. For now, because, Tyler Lockett's hurt. Hail Mary legend, Tim Patrick. If I get a D2 offer, you owe me $20. Sure. If you get an offer, you're going to have your whole college paid for, but sure, I'll give you an additional $20. That'll really make your life. 3rd and 8. Burrow goes downfield. It is broken up. Tries to get it back to Dulcich, who seems to be the go-to guy. It's almost as if they don't have Terry McLaurin or Mike Evans or Curtis Samuel even. What a punt, though. Down at the 9. Trey McBride would have caught that out of bounds. Then, if he caught it out of bounds, would it matter? Uh-oh, Patrick Mahomes is in the zone. That's something. Solid throw up the middle. Now Seattle's got a 3rd and 5, though. No gimme. Patrick Mahomes is 9 for 11. He's really having a bomb game. That doesn't even really make sense. That was a horrible joke. Doesn't even work. On 3rd down, he goes short. It's caught by Debo. If I play for the Lions and I'm the kicker, I will hit every field goal for you. Good, because we've had some awful kickers since Matt Prater. When is OFL going to shut down? It's going to shut down when you leave because you are our backbone. Without Hector, this does not exist. Mahomes is tipped by Marshawn Lattimore. Greg Newsom would have caught that. 2nd and 10. Wide open down the field. Good throw. Seattle's offense looks like an unstoppable machine right now. If Dallas can't stop them, I don't know who can. Without Hector, OFL and the entire octagonal gaming community would be 20 times different. Maybe like 20 times better. No Omni equals no me. Well, then we should have let Omni go before. I don't know if Omni's like ever like, even though like he's been around, I feel like he was never truly been in like my community. He was in the OFL server when he was a coach, probably for about 10 minutes, and I don't know if he ever was in the main server. He just kept finding his way around until like a year or two ago, and then bye-bye, thank God. Who's Omni? I think you would prefer not to know. He is, he's a character, put it that way. Isn't he like an adult? Or did I remember incorrectly? That might have been somebody else. 3rd and 5 here at the 2-minute warning. Big play here. Mahomes under pressure. Incomplete. Good defense, no flag. There was a little push, but I think it was when, pretty much when the throw came. So yeah, I think that's a good no call. When is the Titans long-term sim video coming? The first one will be later today. I remember he said, like, Octi brain controls people. He had some very weird takes. I don't even remember him saying that. I brain control people. What am I, the government? Am I, like, making a whole conspiracy to try to, like, control everybody? Dallas gets a 2-for-1 on offense, and they're going to need to take advantage, being down by 10. What am I, the I wasn't even trying to make a dig at the government. I'm just saying, like, people say that about the government. I'm not saying the government is controlling and, like, brain controls people, but I'm just saying, like, people say that. There's a lot of stupid people out there. Keep that in mind. Who is your Madden 24 team? I have not officially decided yet. The team reveal is probably going to be a few days before the game comes out. Normally by this time I would know. But this year's decision is really tough. Mike Evans to the 25. Good play. That's like Sherwin saying travel isn't real. That was hilarious. Who is your top 3? Well, I'm down to 4. It's the 4 teams currently on the poll, which is on the main channel, which, kids, if you've not voted for, considering I'm still making up my mind, your vote might still matter. Sherwin had a whole character arc yesterday. He showed emotion. Good for him. I hate the government. I hate all governments. That's based. If I'm the president someday, why would you ever be the president? That sounds horrible. I'm going to release the information of the CIA, FBI, and Area 51. The aliens are cool. We can have them being around. How would you do expansion if you chose that? That's a great question. So, if I choose expansion... Hold on. Nice touchdown by Curtis Samuel first. What is he doing? Looks like he was trying to jack himself off. Anyway, if I pick expansion, what I would do is I would take over one of the existing teams already in the game, because expansion's not an option because EA's a lazy company. And then what I would do is I would make my own expansion draft. I already have a list of like 20 players who every team would protect. No rookies. I can't pick rookies. And then from there, I create an expansion roster. So it would be like the Sonic series from 2K a couple years ago, but the only difference is I would have to do more manual work right away, which is fine. Curtis Samuel's trying to pull over Reese McGuire. All right, that'll wrap up the first half. We've got ourselves a good one. 17-14. Seattle with the lead. The Cowboys do start with the ball in the second half. I feel like both of these teams, especially Dallas, should maybe run the ball more. Just a thought. Would the other players on the original team be free agents? Yes, they would, and I assume they would quickly be signed, at least the good ones. So because of that, I'd probably choose a team that's not all that good. Like, Washington would be the one that makes the most sense. If I pick a Western team, I mean, the Raiders are broke. That could make sense. Like, their whole team just vanishes because they have no money. Mark Davis will never be able to afford a haircut ever again. This isn't Ravens Shamrocks. Did you expect this to be Ravens Shamrocks? If you did, then you're going to be disappointed. This has been good, but, like, that was one of the greatest games ever. So Octa has not received the script yet. No, the Madden 24 script team usually gives me the script a few weeks in advance, but they're working overtime on this one. They want to make it really good. Which, good on them. I'm going to let the script writing team take as long as they need, but, like, ideally, I'll know within a week. I'd rather not decide a few days before the game comes out. That'd be bad. I did that with MLB 22. I didn't know who I was picking until, like, 4 or 5 days before the game came out. And at that point, I was, like, even more stumped than I am here. And I just had, like, an epiphany one night that I had to pick Cleveland. That was my decision-making process for picking the Guardians. And it worked out. It was a really good choice. I'm happy I picked them. Oh, it's intercepted! Burrow is picked off by Nick OFL legend Bobby Wagner, who takes it all the way for a pick six. All those fumbles in OFL 20 and all the other stuff Bobby Wagner's done for Nick's team, it doesn't matter right now because he just put Seattle ahead by 2 scores. Wow, that is gigantic. I was really curious to see how the Seahawks would show up today. Obviously, the game's far from over, but they've shown up. Joe Burrow is doing his best Malik Willis impression, and the Malik Willis play that you always laugh at was against Seattle. It was Derwin James, who, of course, is now on my team. Hooday. All right, back to square one for Dallas. Todd said change Bobby to 54. Okay, I can switch that after the game. You could do the Panthers. I don't really want to do an NFC South team, though, because that division's really bad. I would rather pick a team in a good division, like the Raiders or Washington, or maybe even a team like Arizona. I think the NFC West would be kind of fun. I've never done a series in the NFC West, which, I mean, 2 of the teams I'm considering are in the NFC West. What do you think the Lions will do in real life? My expectation is to win the division because I think we're the best team in the division. But I think the NFC North is like that one division where, like, the four teams could literally finish in any order, and I wouldn't be that surprised. Doesn't really want. No, what I meant by that is I don't want to put the expansion team in the NFC South, but I do really like the Bucks. But the thing is, if I get to just choose the division, I'd rather it be a good one. But if I really wanted to do the Bucks, I'm not going to let the division stop me from picking the Bucks. And I've never done an NFC South team either. The NFC West and the NFC South are the only two divisions I've never done. But it's just that if I have full control of the division, I'm going to pick a good one. But I'm not going to let that, like, aid my decision, if that makes sense. Because last year I picked a team in a bad division. It's intercepted again! What is Joe Burrow cooking? He just launched it up into double coverage. What did he expect was going to happen? Xavier Howard with the interception. What a terrible play. I get he was under some pressure, but, like, what on earth was he cooking? That was so stupid. Why don't they run the damn ball? You have Nick Chubb on your team. Use him. Joe Burrow got hit as he threw. Yes, but he was going to make that throw anyway. It was a horrible read. The hit clearly did not affect the throw because the throw went the entire distance to the receiver. So the hit did not affect him. Maybe the hit affected him a little bit in the sense of, like, I got to get the ball out, but he still made the throw accurately. He just made a really terrible read. Launching it into double coverage with a Seattle team whose corners are ball hawks. Would you do relocation outside of America? So if I pick expansion, I have no idea where I'm moving at all. And I'm not going to know the team I pick until the game comes out because I want to see all of the jerseys before I choose. And I'm going to have to make a pretty quick decision because I'd want to start the series within a day of the game coming out. But the thing with expansion, though, even though most of the relocation jerseys are not all that good, it only takes one jersey combo to be really good for me to be willing to do it. Even though, like, the Rams have good jerseys, the Bucks have good jerseys, the Cardinals have new jerseys. So the other three teams I'm looking at, they're all pretty good in the uniform department. All their stuff is either good or new. Dallas gets the ball back. They're still only down by 10. They're not out of it. They didn't do early access last year for Madden, which was unfortunate because I only found out, like, a week before the game came out. I planned, like, to start the series, like, the Thursday the game would have came out, but instead they never released it until Tuesday. But they ended up letting it out the day before for no reason, so it came out on Monday. And this year I think the date just happens to be Monday this time, so maybe it'll come out on the day before on that Sunday. I don't know. Our new jerseys are growing on me. I don't like the big font on, I think, the home jersey. But they're better than what they had, which doesn't really say much. But I think they're an improvement, put it that way. Even if they're not great, they are new, which I guess would be cool for a series. Condor, I do kind of like the Condors option. I think those jerseys are cool. I think the colors go well. So, like, of the jerseys that I've seen, which Madden's only released, I think, like, 10, that's definitely one of the better ones. I feel like there's a lot going on the Condor jersey, though. I like it, but I don't know if other people are going to like it. I obviously want something that I'm going to like, but I also want other people to like the jersey. So I don't know how people would feel about it, but I think the jerseys are cool. It's a good throw for Mike Evans. I saw the ones from you, yeah. I also saw the ones the game let out a few days ago. This is basically the NFC Championship in the divisional round. Not really. I think these are the two best teams in the conference, but, like, the Dreadnoughts in Washington are also really good. I think that whoever wins this game is probably the favorite in the NFC Championship, but, like, I could absolutely see the Dreads or the Commies beating one of these two teams. Why do they just refuse to run it? This is hard to watch. It's like they leaned in the run last week, and that's the reason why they won. Nick did not touch his offensive scheme. Nobody changed their schemes, I think, except for MP on defense. He was the only one. Nobody else did. Actually, Danny did, but, like, that doesn't count. Rays trade for Aaron Saval. Actually? That seems kind of random for Hector to make up. Cleveland actually selling, though? I don't buy that. Oh, no, it's real. He's not lying. As Ogletree does not get it, and the Cowboys have a very tough decision to start the fourth. The Guardians got Kyle Manzardo. He's a first baseman. I know that name. So that means he's a pretty good prospect since I know who he is. Why are they kicking? Wait, what? Why did they kick? You have it at the 1 yard line. You have Nick Chubb on your team. Grow a pair of balls and go for it. I get you can make it a one-score game, but, like, you're a yard away. What are they thinking? That's so stupid. Nick is in shambles. Yeah, I would be too. That is an awful call. My lord. Mariners trade for Miguel Cabrera. I'm sure he's on the trade market. Who's a player the D-backs can trade for to help us make the playoffs? Shohei Ohtani would help you. Yeah, it's not like the other team is Patrick Mahomes or anything. No, totally not. Bro might lose his game, go to work in 30 minutes, and one of the better players on his team, which shouldn't really be selling, got traded. What a really fun past 30 minutes for Nick. Poor guy. There's a nice throw downfield to the 40. Who's 13? Is that Tim Patrick? It is Tim Patrick. Mike, the throat goat, is estimated to still be out for 2 more weeks. Why is he the throat goat? Is he really like that? Is he like Reese McGuire but with actual women instead of his and? If only we had Watt and Highsmith. Have those two guys done anything today? Why couldn't have Dallas' defense played like this in the OFL Bowl? Why can't we stop TJ Watt? Who does Seattle even have at right tackle? I think they have like Abraham Lucas. Or no, Washington is Lucas. I think. Or maybe it's Seattle. I don't remember. The Seahawks are going to kick. This is no gimme. 52-yarder. It looks good. He made it. Okay. You know, if Dallas had went for it, they could have made it a one-score game. Had they not converted, it would still be a 2-point game. So, like, they should have gone for it. The Pirates traded Shohei Ohtani for Bob Nutting. Bob Nutting and Artie Moreno. What a duo. Joe Burrow is in the zone. Why? What has he done to deserve to be in the zone? He hasn't been good. Oh, they finally run the ball. See, when you run the ball, it kind of works a little. Oh, wow, they're actually giving the ball to Chubb. I don't believe it. They're going to run it again. Watch. Yeah. And he didn't even get it. Bobby Wagner again. Brings him down. They got to go for it, right? They can't punt it. Yeah, good. I was going to say. If they punted it, then... And it's a first down and more for Terry McLaurin. Why did they throw it downfield? Actually, I mean, it worked out. So, you know what? I'm not going to question it. It worked. The Bengals have inquired to the Golden Eagles for them to send Matt Corral for a record-breaking haul. If it's truly a record-breaking haul, then sure. I will gladly do it. Because that record-breaking haul can get us Daniel Godley. Or Justin Pope. Yeah, Dallas should chew the clock. Perfect. I have 24 picks. Yeah, but half of those picks are, like, really not good. I mean, if I got Daniel Godley, sure, I'll do it. Or if I can use those picks for Daniel Godley. Three minutes left. They've got to move. Tick, 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 tick. Does Hector Estrada interest you? Not in the slightest. No. Why do they keep going short up the middle? It's like there's 5 minutes left in the second quarter of a game in Week 7 in October. Not 2 minutes left in the NFC Divisional round, down by 10. And now we're at the 2-minute warning. Can the Seattle Seahawks hold on and knock off the defending champions? First and goal. Got it. Curtis Samuel with the touchdown. There's step one. Did the Cowboys go for the onside? They're only down by 3. I don't think they will. You know, if they had went for it and got it, they'd be winning. They're not going to go for the onside. They trust their defense. Honestly, I kind of trust their run defense too. Debo hasn't been all that effective. The thing I'd be worried about, though, is if it's like 3rd and 4 and Mahomes drops back to pass. Then that would be kind of bad. But other than that, I do trust their defense to get a stop on the ground. Is Blake Snell good again? Blake Snell's been like the best pitcher in the league over the last like 2+ months. The Padres got Gary Sanchez, and all of a sudden he's like the best thing since sliced bread. Gain of 3. There's timeout number 1. Curtis Samuel didn't try the Reese McGuire celebration. They're losing in the 4th quarter of the NFC Divisional round. No time to have fun. Nice tackle. That's timeout number 2. 3rd and 7. I would expect to pass. This is it for all the marbles. Will the Dallas Cowboys get an opportunity with the ball? And if they do, all they need is 3. It is a pass. And they got it! TJ Hawkinson with the first down of a 43, and it is over. The defending champion Cowboys have been knocked off by the Seattle Seahawks, who will be hosting the NFC Championship against either 2-seed the San Antonio Dreadnoughts or the 3-seeded Washington Commanders. A rare Cowboys watch game L. Greg Newsome really was the entire defense. Seattle's going back to the conference championship for a 2nd consecutive year with one final kneel down from Patrick Mahomes. What did they punt it? Oh my God, they're actually going to punt it. What if he calls a fair catch? That'd be golden. No fair catch. And he gets like nothing. All right, it is officially Joe Burrover. The Dallas Cowboys have been knocked off. We're going to have a new champion here in season number 3 of OFL 23. Could it be Seattle, who's back in the NFC Championship for a 2nd consecutive year? They get revenge on the Cowboys after a heartbreaking 2-point loss last season. Offensive coordinator has been sent to the gulag, as he should be. Joe Burrow was eh. I mean, they should not have thrown it 41 times for starters. As for Seattle, Mahomes, no touchdowns, but he was really solid, I feel like, throughout the duration of the game. Nobody really ran it well. Not even Chubb this time. No sacks. Wow. That's something. So Dallas is done. How about that? Frank Jones is getting a ring this year. Well, he has to win the NFC Championship, and he still needs to win the bowl. So let's not jump the gun. All right, 1 game down, 3 to go. 1, 2, 3. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3.
A random number between
yes!
1 and 3 is 2.
Rip the Band-Aid off. Get it over with. Good. Siri, give me another number between 81 and 82. Okay, we're going to use Tennessee. The user did lose last game, just saying. Frank Jones is the Nick Chubb stopper. Hold on. I would like to see something real quick. I guess we can go through this screen too. I didn't mean to click that button. Three TFLs on the year. Ugh. Against the Cowboys. 0 tackles. Really stopped them all right. I get he's a defensive tackle and like tackles and TFLs aren't everything, but still. Is Deuce here to pick his jerseys? I mean, I feel like I just got to go with the all white again. It worked last time. I feel like I just got to ride it out. If I can find it. There we go. Alright, so the Titans can't really wear white. They can do dark blue. They can do light blue. They can do some iteration of like the old stuff from 2015. Or they can do like the Oilers. Right here. We should do Oilers versus Titans in Oilers uniform someday. Light blue or Oilers. Oiler blue. Oiler. I kind of want to see the light blues, like the regular light blues. So we're tied at 3. Do we have a tiebreaker vote? Going once, going twice? Alright, Siri gets to pick. Oh, no, Frank voted light blue. Light blue wins. Alrighty. As the game loads in, I'm going to get my prop. The Awuzie jersey was good luck against the Texans, so it's going to be my good luck charm the rest of the playoffs. It worked last week, and it's going to work again. So our Cincinnati Bengals looked quite good last week. Beat the Houston Texans 34-13 at home. Now, the game was a lot closer than that score suggests. We just had 2 late interceptions with big returns in the final, 3 minutes. But even so, the team played really well, and we didn't even run the ball well. Josh Jacobs had 15 yards, and we still won by 21 points. So that gives me all the optimism in the world. If Josh Jacobs can play to 60% of his regular level, I think we can beat anybody. And this is the Bengals' first away playoff game, other than the OFL Bowl last year, which kind of counts. Obviously, that game did not go very well. So we're going to hope this one is a little better. As for the Titans, they have flown under the radar this year. They went 13-4, though. They got the 2 seed. They needed a close game to beat the Steamers in the first round, but they got the job done. Does feel like Tennessee's the underdog today, though, as we get a look at Matt Corral, who played awesome against the Texans. The Titans do have some good players on defense. Chris Jones, Harold Landry's been really good this year. But I don't think they have the star power, at least defensively, that the Texans do, although they are a 90 overall, which is only one rating point lower than us. Josh Jacobs at 60% is literally Zeke. Didn't you say Zeke was better than Josh Jacobs? If we get Ezekiel Elliott out of Josh Jacobs in the backfield, we're winning the OFL Bowl. Or at least I think we can. Because Zeke was really good this year. He wasn't Josh Jacobs good, but he was really good. Here's a good run for Josh Jacobs. He damn near matched his total from last week on his first carry. Good stuff. But back to the first away playoff game. So in Season 1, we were the 2 seed. We lost. In Season 2, we were the 2 seed. We lost. In Season 3, we were the 2 seed. And since the Bills lost, we got to host the entire AFC playoff run. But we had to play the OFL Bowl last year against Dallas in Dallas. What a throw! Is that likely? Isaiah Likely is likely to bring it to the 29. The Bills stadium would be across the street from their old stadium. Well, they're probably going to tear down the old stadium at some point. They're not just going to leave it there, I would think. Is this Season 4? No, it is Season 3, but I'm including the sim year. We were the 2 seed in the sim year, and we lost in the first round to the Chargers. Now we're forgetting how to run the ball. Josh Jacobs in his last 3 carries has a whole 0 yards. 3rd and 9. Corral has all the time in the world. You go, offensive line. Takes his time and makes a nice read to the 6. Frank Gore Jr. I think that's who that is. Makes the play. One of the Titans' weaknesses is their corners. They don't have a great cornerback room. They have good safeties. They have Minka Fitzpatrick, but they don't have good corners. So I would love to go to the receivers early and often. There's Jamison Williams with the touchdown. No Devontae Adams on that drive after Devontae Adams pretty much single-handedly torched a really good Texans defense. Why was the defensive tackle blocking backwards? That's a great question. Good start. 3-minute, 42-second drive. Corral goes 4 for 4, 60 yards, and a touchdown. That is how you get things started. I made the playoffs 5 times in the 7 years I've coached. That's impressive. That's a high rate. What's almost as impressive is the fact that in those 5 playoff games, you are 0-5. But 5 playoff appearances in 7 years is pretty good. All right, here's the Titans. I'm a little bit more scared of their offense than their defense. They've got some good players. Justin Herbert, who wasn't, phenomenal in the regular season, but he was really good in their first playoff game against the Steamers. They've got Derrick Henry. They've got Bengal legend Chris Godwin, who basically gave us 2 first-round picks for free, and they've got a really good offensive line. The offense is, without a doubt, the strength of this team. So if the Titans win, it's going to be because they score a lot of points. Herbert's under some pressure. Is a wide open man. What was that coverage? Oh, fumble! Trent McDuffie lays the boom. That was a clear as day hit stick, too. That ball was out. No doubt. I think that was McDuffie with the hit. Yep, that was 21. Trent McDuffie, the ball clearly out. And the Bengals are going to get the ball with phenomenal field position at the 30. Really, the 29 and a half. We're only 4.5 minutes in, but this is a damn good start. Another first down. Corral with a really quick throw to J-Mo. How did the Bengals score? We marched down the field, and then Matt Corral connected with Jamison Williams. Okay, that was kind of stupid. Since nobody's been able to run the ball throughout the playoffs other than the Cowboys against Columbus, I feel better throwing it often. You got Groves open. Good play. Deshaun Groves, the rookie, out of Eastern Illinois with the score. This is a pretty good start, I can't lie. He breaks like the tackle from 3 separate defenders with an awesome spin move. And he is in for a touchdown. Way to go, Rook. Not a bad start for the Bengals. We look awesome. Simcast. It is not Simcast time yet. No. I'm enjoying this. I want to keep going. This is fun. Stop meat riding your players. When your team is good, you can meat ride your players all you want. Especially the good ones. Titans are frauds. I said there were frauds. Guys, we're in the first quarter. Let's slow down. I get we look awesome so far, and the Titans haven't done much, but to be fair to them, they haven't really had an offensive drive because of the fumble. So, let's slow down. Let's get a full drive from them. And then, even so, I don't even want to make a conclusion after that. Did you see that J-Mo got into a fight with a rookie DB? Yes, it was with Starling Thomas, who's one of our best undrafted rookies. All of like the main media people are saying how J-Mo's had a horrible day at camp today. He got into a fight, he dropped a couple of balls, but all the beat reporters for the team are saying that other than those plays, he's done pretty well. And the fight isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just don't be an idiot about it, and you're fine. Fights are normal in training camp. The drops aren't ideal, but it's his first real day of practice because he was a little bit dinged up to start. Oh dear. Tackle him, please. Good. Good tackle. Octi playing a Mickey Mouse playoff run. Yeah, we had to play the Mickey Mouse Houston Texans in the first round. Those guys really stink. And then we got to play the team who finished higher than the Texans in the division. Wow. This is as Mickey Mouse as it gets. If the Bengals win an OFL Bowl, it doesn't count. They beat nobody good. If they beat the Bills in Seattle, it doesn't count. Pickett, Pickett. Oh, catch the ball. Oh, that's Myles Garrett. Why is Myles Garrett in coverage? Why is he in coverage? Oh, it's probably because he's an outside linebacker because I moved him. Oh, that actually does make sense. He shouldn't be in coverage at all, though, but that makes a little sense. 3rd and 4 at the 27. Pickett! Oh, he should have caught that. Pat Surtain had 6 if he holds on, and Jamal Adams is hurt. Great. Last week it was Derwin, this week it's Jamal. How did Surtain not catch that, though? He's got all, like, the abilities to help you get uncontested interceptions. And if he caught it, he's taking it all the way. I'm the best in the nation. Shout out Blitz Boy. Here's a jet sweep for Godwin. Doesn't get it. Let's stop him to 3 here. That'd be huge. Stop him to 3. Good tackle by Jalen Petrie, who is getting snaps with Jamal Adams out of the game for the time being. I hope they run it here. It won't be a run. Herbert's under some pressure. Get him, Chase. Get him, Chase. I chase young kids with the pressure. Good stop. We should have probably had a turnover at some point, but, like, beggars can't be choosers. We've looked really good so far. I can't complain. Dude in the middle was wide open. He was. Eventually, we kind of noticed him, but he was open for a good, 2 seconds. Alrighty, the Bengals get it back. Their first drive was a really good one. The second drive, we scored again, more so because of the field position. But Matt Corral looks phenomenal up to this point. We haven't even targeted Devontae Adams yet. It's been the other guys making all the plays. Josh Jacobs also hasn't looked good either. I wouldn't mind trying to go for Jacobs. Actually, don't. Never mind. Okay, he caught it out of bounds. That was a good grab. Dan Lanning to be suspended for recruitment violations. I'm sure. Totally. 2nd and 10. Good play. Jamison Williams again with a 39, and that'll wrap up the first quarter. So far, so good. For the Bengals, it's early. I don't want to get excited, but the team looks really strong again. What is going on, C-Mill? Welcome on in. See, Mill, you lost by 20. Actually, they lost by 21. But, yeah, the Texans obviously didn't play today. There's nothing to spoil. He knows that his team lost. But, yeah, the only game we've done so far is the Seahawks beating the Cowboys in what ended up being a really good game. Dan the Man found shot twice outside of IHOP. Not dead, but seriously injured. What? No! Corral's going to chuck up a rocket, and it is caught by Jamison Williams at the 3. Jamo's having himself a day. OFL 22 watch game Jamison Williams is probably the best receiver not named Mike Evans in this league I've ever seen. We haven't really gotten that here in OFL 23 out of him. He's been good, but not like this good. Today, though, he's looked unbelievable. And now the Bengals have a perfect opportunity to make it a 3-score game, and we will likely do exactly that. Isaiah Likely in for a score. Corral has thrown 3 touchdowns already, and it's 21-3. It's not a simcast because it's the first half. To be specific, very early into the second quarter. If it's like 28-3, then maybe we'll simcast, but it's still too early. What team did Jamo play last year? He played for the Tigers, so it's ironic that he's on another Tiger team. That Tigers offense was so nasty with Jamo, McCole Hardman, and Kayshon Boutte. Those guys just stretched the field and went deep like every play. Fumble! I don't know if that was a fumble. I didn't get a good look. Yeah, no. It's not going to be a fumble. I didn't really get my hopes up. It looked like there was like a big pile around the middle, so I kind of assumed he was down. Yeah, he's definitely down. That's not a fumble. Good play, though. That would have been a Chidobe Awuzie fumble force, too. 22. But yeah, they're going to rightfully reverse that. Dickerson. You don't want the I in there for Dickerson? You just got to do Dickerson? Wait, why did the Titans get the ball on this side of the field? This is the side of the field that we just scored on. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They still have it at their own 26, but like, why are they starting? We just scored on this side of the field. Oh well, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Or not this side of the field, but we faced this side of the field as we scored, I should say. Justin Herbert is 6 for 9 with 69 yards. Nice! Love to see it. I'd also love to see a stop here, but you can't get... Oh, we did stop him! I didn't think we got him. Okay. Shoot, I'll take it. Jalen Petrie. Someone screenshot that. That's not going to be as funny when Jared Goff was 6 for 9 for 69 yards in one of his OFL Bowl losses to my team, back when the league was quote-unquote plumbers, even though Jared Goff's coach at the time, I think, is the best coach we've ever had. It changes every quarter. Yeah, but we scored on that side of the field to start the second quarter. We faced the end zone to the left to start the second quarter. That was the Isaiah Likely touchdown. So it's like I think the review must have glitched the game to where they just switched it. If I do a challenge, can I make Dan 2.0? What would the challenge be? How about you stay in the shed for like a week? Where do I rank all time in OFL rankings? I mean, 5 playoff appearances in 7 years is good. Gotta win a playoff game, though. A week? You heard me. And then from there, I don't make the classes. Boomy gets to pick the rating. If it's 28-3, we might simcast it. It still feels early, but if it's a 4-score game, then I probably will. Although I've enjoyed this a lot. I would love to keep watching, but I also have to be a man of the people. Nice catch by Devontae Adams. All the way to the 25. I was told watch game Matt Corral was really bad, though. Albeit that last throw was kind of risky. Could have been intercepted, but... Corral is sacked on first down by Von Bell. There's a good play. Give me an F. I don't know if calling the Titans a fraud is fair. The fact that they're getting killed here after barely beating the Steamers doesn't help their case. They did win 13 games this year, but I never really viewed them as like a tier 1 contender in the AFC, like us, the Bills, the Texans. But the Titans won 13 games this year. I don't like calling them frauds, but if they do end up losing by like 40 against us, then I get it. That'll be incomplete. Yeah. So we'll kick. It's still going to be a 3-score game. 49-yarder for Doug Eddard. He should make it, but not a gimme at all. And he drills it. Perfect. Give me a challenge. It's not impossible. Oh, yeah, you're a child. How could I forget? What's a reasonable challenge for the 13-year-old in Florida? Take a picture of yourself with 7 different alligators within 6 feet of you in the photo. It's a 3-score game. I'm not simcasting yet. If we scored a touchdown and made it 4, I would have. And if it stays a 3-score game going into halftime, then we will obviously simcast. Is my request unreasonable? I never said you had to touch the alligator. Just within 6 feet. Octi is stat padding. I don't feel comfortable saying stat padding when we're in the first half. If the Tom Brady trade went through, I would have won a ring. But since when were you going to get Tom Brady? I don't remember this at all. This does not ring a bell. Pitch for Godwin. There goes Chris Godwin. Nice juke move. You got to tackle him, Mary. Come on. This is 3 scores, yes, but it's the first half. If it was the second half, we would be simcasting. The rule is a 3-score game in the second half, bearing exceptions. We're not in the second half. I can make exceptions, but I'm not going to. Shed for a day. You already did shed for a day. It has to be harder. That's what she said. Godwin revenge game. This really is a revenge game because Godwin wanted to play here and he probably is salty for getting traded. I didn't even trade him to the Titans though. I traded him to San Antonio. For 2 1s. Herbert. Off his back foot, incomplete. I assume they'll kick. Oh, they're going to go for it. I respect it. You're down by 21. Why not? This is a good call. Even if they don't get it. I like the aggressiveness. And I don't think they're going to get it. Oh, he did. Not! He definitely got that. I don't know. That was close. I thought he got it. It was kind of hard to get a real look, so I'll trust the game here. But I think he... From this angle, it looked like he got it. We'll watch this last drive, and then we'll simcast. I want to see one more drive. I'm having fun. This is great. I can't guarantee we're going to play like this again, so I'm going to enjoy it. Cole Kmet and a 4th for Tom Brady and a 3rd. Why didn't that pass? That seems like a fair trade. Was there something wrong with, like, you probably didn't have the correct cap space or the correct pick. We are not having fun. I don't care if you're not having fun. I am. That's all that matters. If I successfully rizz up a woman, will you give me X Factor? That seems like a challenge. Third and 5. Boink! Incomplete. I'm no longer having fun. The Broncos didn't have the 3rd. Oh, okay. OFL 23 Bengal legend Tom Brady, who we cut this year because we didn't have enough money. Spoken like a true dictator. And? The rule is 3-score game in the second half. We're not in the second half. The Titans have a 2-for-1. You know, if they score a touchdown here, I wouldn't rule them out. The problem is they haven't really shown the ability to score a touchdown. They did bring him to the goal line that one drive, but they only kicked a field goal. Why are they going short up the middle? This is stupid. What are they thinking? Way to just, like, completely take your 2 of your 3 timeouts and put them in the trash. 3rd and 1. Here's Derrick Henry out of bounds at the 43. Good play. Herbert's numbers are not even, like, bad. It's just that, like, he hasn't made enough winning plays. Remember when Jax held me hostage? Yeah, that was funny. Why are they calling their timeouts? This is terrible clock management. What the hell are the Titans cooking? 2 days in the shed, that's the deal. And then Boomy would pick the rating for Dan 2.0. Not me. So if he's not good, don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, that'll wrap up the first half. They're not going to get another playoff. Hooray, baby! The Bengals look phenomenal. We lead 24-3. Matt Corral is him. Josh Jacobs, again, hasn't been all that impactful. He's been a little better than he was last week, but he hasn't even really been used. So we'll start by simcasting the second half because nobody wants to see the Bengals kill up on teams. Because nobody likes my kind of fun. But since it is a 3-score game in the second half, the rule would be to simcast. Can the Titans score some points? They won't. I wouldn't mind running the ball here in the simcast. That'd be nice. Because we... Oh, dear, they scored. Okay. Can we get the thing with, like, the colored bars on the field? There we go. 3rd and 2. Not good. 3rd and 5. Not good. Oh, Lord. Okay. We might have to hop in. 4th and goal. Oh, they kicked. Okay. We'll stay inside. Why do they have the ball? Christ. We're going to hop in. Why can't we just hold on? I never knew Matt Corral was like a watched game merchant. What happened? I mean, at this point, I'd rather him be better in watch because maybe we can win like a championship, but... Jeez. The offense has done nothing. Titans are still down by 2 scores, but like... What happened? If we lose because of the simcast, I'm going to be salty. Isn't being a watched merchant good? Yeah, I think it normally is a good thing. Except for when you're simcasting. Matt Corral's pretty good in watch, he's pretty good in sim, but apparently he's not cooking in simcast. Making up excuses to watch his team so he doesn't lose. What, so I'm just going to simcast the rest of the second half and watch the Titans come back? I'm like actually kind of nervous now. I thought I was going to have a stress-free day, my team was going to win, life was going to be good. But no, we have to get cute, incomplete. Please stop them, please. I do not want like some crazy finish. I just want like a stress-free game. This has been a lot of fun. Let's keep the fun going. No. Oh, that was a horrible throw. He was wide open. They should probably go for it. I think they might kick. Yeah. I don't like this call for the Titans. I get you making a 1-score game, but it's 8 points. You got to get a touchdown and a 2-point. So I don't really like that call. I would have gone for the touchdown, go for the 2, try to cut the lead to 3, and then that makes the door wide open. Simcast. It's a 1-possession game. I'm not simcasting. That Herbert throw was so bad, though. He was wide open. And it should have been intercepted, too. That's the worst part. All right, offense, you've done nothing in the simcast. We're back in our element, apparently, which is watched. Corral's going to start by chucking up a prayer. J-Mo is wide open. Breaks a tackle, and he is gone. OFL 22, Jamison Williams is back. Why couldn't we have done this through the first 2.5 years of OFL 23? Jamison Williams is so big and so fast. So use him as a true deep threat. It's about time. It's a 2-score game. We're not simcasting. I wouldn't simcast if this was anybody else. If we get the ball back and it's still a 2-possession game, then I probably will. One possession game. What possessed you to watch this game? The thing that possessed me to watch the game is the fact that we choked. Kind of. Alright, now I'm not nervous anymore. A comeback is possible, even if it's unlikely. A touchdown, a stop, and another touchdown with a 2-point conversion somewhere in there. It's unlikely, which is why I'm feeling pretty good, but it's absolutely possible. Has OFL ever had a touchdown in a watch game? Nope, it's never happened. It totally didn't happen 2 minutes ago. Jamison Williams, future Mexico City Dragon. Does that mean I'll draft Greg Dortch? Who's Jamison Williams, but 7 inches shorter and probably about 1/4 of a second slower in terms of 40 time? But other than that, they're about the same. Is Jamal Adams in the game, by the way? I don't think he's in the game. Hopefully it's like Derwin where... Yeah, he's not in the game. Hopefully it's like Derwin last week where it's like a bruised sternum or something. That'll keep him out the rest of the game, but he'll be back next week. That'd be nice. 4 milliseconds is not a lot. No, it is not. Clock is ticking. The Titans have burned about 2 minutes on this drive and have done not a lot. They've gained maybe 20 yards. Again, kind of like we talked about Dallas last game. They're treating this like it's the second quarter of a Week 7 game in October. Not the divisional round with your season on the line. If Sherman was an OFL coach, what would his record be? It'd be 17-0. Because I'd force win all of his games. Just simcast. It's not over. If we get the ball back and it's a 2-score game, I'm going to simcast. But it's not over. As long as the Titans still have like a mathematical shot to win, then we're going to watch. I would do this if it was any other team. I don't think they do. Well, you're not math. You're not numbers, buddy. Make Greg... Why did you put 2 G's at the end of his name? Greg? Like Greg Williams? Known great guy, Greg Williams? Oh, I thought that was picked! Cameron Dantzler should have caught that. That would have ended the game. Now at the 5, 1st and goal. Herbert has time. Why are you going short out of the end zone? It's pretty common knowledge. I can't spell, clearly. 2nd and goal. There's their touchdown. Now the question is, do you go for 2 now? I'm one to where, like, don't waste your time. Just go for it now. But I don't think Madden would agree with that for whatever reason. Yeah, see, they're going to kick. This does make things a little bit more suspenseful, though. So, like, I don't hate it. But if I was the Titans, I'd just go for it right then. I think the Titans should probably onside. If they had an extra minute, maybe not. But since there's only like a minute 15, minute 13, I would go for the onside. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Nothing stupid here, guys. Don't get cute. Good. That was a horrible kick. Yikes. Simcast, you said if you got the ball, Simcast. If it's a 2-score game. We have a better shot of losing if we watch, because Josh Jacobs is not good in watched, apparently. It's not a 2-score game. If we get a 1st down, I'll sim. Even though, oh, flag, that's going to be a hold. Josh Jacobs is going to get, he would in the sim, not in the watch. 8 points is pretty much 2 scores, but it's not. That's the problem. It's not. Good run. Good. Good. Another first down officially ends it. And Josh Jacobs is in the zone. Oh, boy. Back to Jacobs. I think he got it. Yup. That'll do it. We can simcast now just for you guys. So the Bengals win 31-23. We should have won the game by more. I feel like this score should have been the score of last week's game, and last week's score should have been the score of this game. But it doesn't really matter. A win is a win. We performed really well and watched, which is really what matters. Yeah, we struggled in the simcast, but I don't really care because, well, if we simcast the conference championship, that means it's a 3-score game, and there's no simcasting in the OFL Bowl to begin with. So I feel quite satisfied. Matt Corral stays being him. He had the 1 interception in simcast, but other than that, he was, again, fantastic. Justin Herbert was fine. The numbers are good, but, I feel like he was, missing that it factor. Derrick Henry was really good. Jacobs was better, especially in the simcast. And watched, he wasn't as bad as he was last week. Not that says a whole lot. Jordan Addison, about 30 yards off from his speed in the car. Jamison Williams was him. Last week it was Devontae. Today it was J-Mo. You were the only person who liked that game. That's probably true, and I don't really care. I had a blast. This was great. Would have liked some turnovers, though. But other than that, I'll take it. Great win. So the Bengals are going to the AFC Championship. Will we play against Buffalo or New England? I actually kind of liked it. See, Hector knows ball. What happened to Jamal Adams, by the way? We can manage without him, but I'd rather have him. Torn labrum. Yeah, that's it for him. He would return the week after the OFL Bowl. Pain. Do you want Hector to be on your side? Not really. All right, 2 games down, 2 to go. The Seahawks and the Bengals are moving on. The 2 teams I picked to make the OFL Bowl. Let me cook. And now we've got 2 more. We've got the Bills and the Pats, and then the Dreads and Washington. I'm not missing Kenneth Murray. Jalen Petre's just as good. This game is 1. This game is 2. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Give me a number between 1 and 2.
A random number between 1 and 2 is 1.
1. Bills and Pats. Siri, give me... Hello, Siri? Hey, Siri? Hey, Siri? Give me another number between 412 and 413.
A random number between 412 and 4 is 396.
No. Hey, Siri, give me a number between 400... Hey, Siri? Hey, Siri? Give me a number between 412 and 413.
A random number between 412 and 413 is 412.
The user's 0-2 so far today. We'll see if the streak continues. I hope not. I'd rather play New England. I'm surprised there's a 6-point rating difference between this team. The Bills are a 94. That's insane. I don't think Dan is here. SG's probably here, so he can pick his jerseys. And I guess we can pick for New England. Can I pick for Dan? Because Dan. Huh, okay. So, New England's choices are white. That's the wrong one. You got white, you got blue. Red's off the table because the Bills are doing red, it looks like. And then you've got the old stuff. You can't go too old, though, because those are red. But you can do the one with the Patriot on the side. Red unis. White pants. Red helmet. Red socks. Perfect. Do the 90s. It's fun. This is the 90s for anyone who wants a reference. Don't the Bills have an all Reds? Yeah, but I guess he wants to change it up. I respect it. Change it up. Switch things around. Mix and match. Does anyone ever request for the Patriots? Do we want the 90s? Do we want current home or current away? This is current home. This is current away. I honestly feel like their away jerseys are kind of clean. I don't know why. 90s, 90s, 90s. 90s it is. So let's hop into our third game of the day. The winner will meet against the Cincinnati Bengals. Who dey? In the conference championship, it's the Patriots and the Bills. The last time the Buffalo Bills were in the playoffs, they were the 1 seed, and they lost to the Houston Texans. For looking for better fortune here against New England, a team who they lost to in Season 1 of the playoffs. Through the first 3 years of OFL 23, I don't think anybody's been as good in the regular season as the Buffalo Bills, who have only lost 4 games over the last 2 years, and one of those was because they played all their backups. But they have not won a playoff game yet this year, believe it or not. That seems really hard to believe. As for New England, they won the OFL Bowl in year 1. Their first playoff win that year was against the Bills, but last year they got first rounded by the Cincinnati Bengals. Who dey? If the Bills win, they would host us in the conference championship. If New England wins, they would come to our place. I like our chances a lot more against New England. As fun as it would be to beat the Bills, I would rather play New England. Because New England's worse. Comfortably. But the Patriots historically and watched have done pretty well against the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is in his element against his old team. And Stephon Gilmore is also in his element against his old team. So, even though the Bills on paper should win, New England does well against these guys. I don't really know about these Patriots jerseys, but they look good in-game, I won't lie. Good choice, guys. I think everyone voted for this one except for me, so shame on you, Octi. You don't know ball. Nice hit. I think that's Lewis Seen, number 6. You'd think the Bills would be blue, but it's New England. Good throw. I think it was out of bounds. Yep. 3 and out. Bloods versus Crips. Hell yeah. We'll get our first look at the Bills offense. The Bills are a team who historically has done better in the sim. If we simulated through the playoffs, I'd like their chances quite a bit more. But they had the ability to win watch games. They beat us in their previous watch game, and obviously we're quite good. Did nobody see the decade late hit? I didn't. Hold on, let me go back. I kind of want to see it now. Was it on the punt or was it on the third down? Now that I'm not looking, something cool is going to happen. Oh, yeah, on third down. I think that would have been J.C. Horn. He hit the receiver late. That would have been Hopkins. They have Hopkins. I forgot they had Hopkins. Have we watched New England this year? I don't know if we have. Interestingly enough. 2nd and 10. It's intercepted, but out of bounds. Stephon Gilmore, who always dominates against the Bills, nearly forces a turnover. Now 3rd and 10. Broken up in the secondary. Good start defensively across the board. Daniel Godley or MVP Hector? Well, I'm going to pick the guy who's, played. Obviously. We haven't seen Daniel Godley yet. For all we know, he might be bad. What a punt. I'm kidding. Why did I just say what a punt? It was a touchback. My brain, didn't compute the play for, 2 seconds. Anyway, here's New England. Yeah, the Bills, they have so many X factors, so many star players. They're in 94. On paper, they have the best roster in the league. There are some loaded teams, but on paper, nobody touches the Bills. But games aren't win on paper. Games aren't win on paper. That's not English. Games aren't won on paper. 3rd and 4. Allen, nice throw over to DeAndre Hopkins to the 41. Started a watch-only Lion save, and we traded the Rams pick back, their first and our first, for Cooper Kupp. I don't think Cooper Kupp would cost a 1. Actually, would he? I mean, he's a top 4 receiver in the league, but he's also 30. Nice sack. Micah Parsons and Will Anderson. I don't think Cooper Kupp would cost 2 1s, though. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it, out of realism, maybe a 2 or a 3. I think Cooper Kupp probably costs, like... I could see him, fumble, and it's picked up by the Bills. I don't think this is going to be reversed. I think the ball came out as he was throwing. Even if it is reversed, they would still get the ball back. Oh, yeah, that's out. I think that was Horn. Out of the slot. Kupp in today's game isn't worth it. Kupp in today's game was the best player in the entire league one year. And last year he was like 90% as good until he got hurt. If the Lions were like 7-1 or something in real life and gave up the 1 for Cooper Kupp, I can't say I'd be all that upset. Although we already have like an elite slot receiver, we don't really need another one. But like let's say Amon-Ra St. Brown gets hurt and the team is doing really well. If we gave up a lot for Cooper Kupp, I can't say I'd be that upset. If we give up 2 1s, I would be upset. But if we gave up 1 late first, I think I'd be good with that. And I don't mind like the idea of making a win now move like that because, well, that's probably what the Lions are looking to do at this point. Second and goal. Jonathan Taylor is in, and the Buffalo Bills are on the board. Off of the fumble, they capitalize, and they will take the lead. The last playoff game SG would have won would be that Ravens and Shamrocks game, by the way. Because then they lost the OFL Bowl. That was the last full year of OFL 20. And then obviously he's made it the first 2 years of 23, and he lost both of them. But so far so good. Off of the turnover, the Bills capitalize. And they lead 7-0. Did I say OFL 20? I meant OFL 22. You know what I meant. Good throw to DeAndre Hopkins from Mr. Allen. New England's offense started to show a little bit on the last drive, but then Josh Allen got sacked twice. Their offensive line's going to need to step up. The Bills have a lot of good pass rushers, like a lot. Excuse me. 2nd and 11. Too easy for Buffalo. Travis Etienne loses 4. Nowhere to go. Wrapped up by Roquan Smith. Allen's under more pressure. Off his back foot, he throws it away. 3 drives and 0 points for New England. The Bills' pass rush has been as advertised so far. And we're not quite going to get a what a punt. The Bills' defenses look good. Their offense hasn't done a ton. They did score in their last drive, mainly because of the field position, so I'm really curious to see how they're able to whip up a full drive here. Would you have rather drafted rookie Barry Sanders this year or rookie Calvin Johnson? That's a good question. I feel like the responsible answer would be Barry, because Barry was a little better. I mean, Barry was an MVP. So, even if Calvin probably makes more of a long-term impact, though, because obviously the long-term value of running back has changed, while the long-term value of wide receiver ones have gone up. So maybe the responsible answer would be Calvin. Ooh, fumble, that's not a fumble. He was down, clearly. I thought they weren't going to review it for a second. I was going to say. But back to the question. I think rookie Barry would help us in our Super Bowl chase. Rookie Calvin's probably the better long-term play. But rookie Barry really could put the team over the edge. I'm going to pick rookie Barry. Although that's a tough choice. Rookie Calvin's more of a need, though. Like, let's say Jahmyr Gibbs never happens, and we pick rookie Barry. Yeah, I think Barry would help our chances of winning a Super Bowl. Josh Allen sacked by Will Anderson and friends. I think the friend was Von Miller. And that'll wrap up the first quarter. The Bills' defense looks unreal so far. 2 rushing plays, -3 yards for New England. 13 passing plays for 20 yards. The Bills' offense hasn't shown a whole lot, and it hasn't really mattered. Would I rather draft rookie J.J. Watt or rookie Drew Brees? The thing with rookie Drew Brees is he wasn't good on his first team. I feel like J.J. Watt would be the correct answer. J.J. Watt, the second he was on the field, was an all-pro. Whereas Drew Brees wasn't good until he switched teams. I'm picking J.J. Watt. Safety. Ooh, that could have been close to a fumble. But it's incomplete. How many what teams are left? So the Seahawks and Bengals have already won today. Obviously, these 2 teams are still left. And then the Dreadnoughts and the Commies are also still left. Bills are going to get great field position. Maybe past... Oh, no, definitely not past the 50. What a long kick. Who's New England's punter? Oh, don't they have Jack Fox? No wonder that was a long kick. They have Jack Fox. Here's Jonathan Taylor. Does he get the first? Not quite. Third and inches. They get it. Just Trevor Lawrence's second completion of the game. I don't know if I should feel like better or worse about playing the Bills, because their offense has been really unimpressive, but their defense looks insane. As good as Matt Corral has been, he has not played against the defense like this since the OFL Bowl, and when he played against a defense like that, he got exposed. Obviously, things are far from over, though. I can't assume we're playing Buffalo yet. But their defense has been awesome. Risky throw, nearly intercepted. They might go for it. Oh, they're going to kick. I don't really like this call. They do have Butker, who is one of the better kickers, but 57-yarder. No gimme at all. Kick is up, and it is good. Nice kick for Harrison Butker. Matt Corral sucks, not necessarily when the front office. What? The front seven is really good, but more so when the front seven is, like, clicking, when they're having a really good game. When they're on, yeah, you can stop them. But when the front seven's not generating an elite amount of pressure, Corral can cook. Even if it's an average amount of pressure, he'll be fine. It's just like, what the Bills have done today, Corral would be doing, at least from what we've seen, probably worse than Josh Allen. T-Law has the slowest throwing animation. That could explain why he's just, like, not, like, that spectacular and watched. Like, he's obviously not bad. But whenever we watch the Bills, I always feel like there's something left to be desired with him. Although I saw his stats through the first 3 years of OFL 23, and they're really good. He's put up great numbers every year. Last year, he was an MVP candidate. Ooh, nice broken tackle. Big play to the 36. They needed that one badly. Good play. Who's their tight end? I can't read the name. Washington. Darnell Washington. I should have suspected it was him because he looks significantly bigger than everybody else. But yeah, they do have Darnell Washington. Short throw. That'll go for a nice little first down. Offense is usually like this in the playoffs, but if the defense is going to play like this, maybe not so much this drive, but all the other drives, the offense can score 17 points and you'll probably be fine. I don't think the Bengals are going to score less than 17 based on how our offense has looked, but it's not like we've ran the ball that well. And Corral struggles against pass rushes that are, like, going, if that makes sense. So Travis Etienne's finally back in the positive. 6 carries for 3 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Big play. They will get it. Did New England start with the ball? I feel like they did. Lewis Seen is hurt. Wait, no, he's not. Or is he? I don't know. We need to stop trading with the Bills. The irony in that is that you guys traded them Jonathan Taylor. I think you traded them Roquan Smith. And you gave them your first-round pick this year. So, I mean, sure, please don't trade with my rivals. I would appreciate it. But, like, Pepperjack ironically saying that is like the Garfield meme where he, like, looks at the picture and it says wanted and it's a picture of him. You have your... Oh, I thought you traded it. Maybe you got it back. Touchdown for New England. All right, they're back in the game. Good drive. James Conner. I traded a first to CJ. CJ? Who is CJ? He also gave the Bills Calvin Mentor. I forgot about that. Calvin Mentor, I think Roquan Smith, and Jonathan Taylor. But yes, please don't trade with the Bills, Pepperjack. I would appreciate it. Purdy. Is that Brock Purdy wearing 26? Oh, C-Mill. Oh, I thought you meant who. I was like gonna say, who is CJ? Big drive here for the Bills. Their offense has left a little bit to be desired, but I'm pretty sure they do have a 2-for-1 here, and they have the lead. So they are still in a pretty good spot, but they certainly could look to capitalize. These trades haven't really done... You got Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Mentor out of him. That's a lot. See? Calvin Mentor is him! That throw was, like, way overthrown, and Mentor just puts on the Jets. And now Trevor Lawrence is in the zone because he got bailed out by his receiver. I don't even think that was a great throw. That was overthrown, I think. Calvin Mentor just went like Usain Bolt for about 3 seconds. How does New England get him out of the zone? Maybe targeting Stephon Gilmore, playoff-wise. But, well, yeah, this is Jonathan Taylor's first playoff game. This will be Calvin Mentor's probably second. So, yeah. They haven't done you anything other than being the number 1 seed 2 years in a row and position yourself to potentially make a playoff run. Trevor Lawrence is starting to cook now. I can run 1 mile per hour less than Usain Bolt. Or Usain Bolt. I don't think that's his name. Lawrence under pressure. He's intercepted in the end zone. Adrian Phillips picks him off. Trevor had a great drive, but he gets a little too confident. He tries to make a big play. If Adrian Phillips didn't catch that, Stephon Gilmore could have too. New England has all 3 timeouts. This really opens the door for them. Little John would dust you. I bet he would. Josh, you've got yourself an arm. Please use it, buddy. You have DeAndre Hopkins. You've got other guys. Use it. Good play by Diggs. They're going to run the ball here, aren't they? Please grow a pair and throw it. No. What are you doing? That's so weak. Throw the ball. You got to get your head in the game. I may or may not have made that interception on purpose. I want my own team to win. I have to throw it. Little John's no trouble going on walks or anything. Totally not. What a bad punt. If the Bills end up getting a touchdown after all that, New England deserves to lose. Trevor goes deep. Fly. That's going to be PI. Oh, my Lord. So the interception ends up not really mattering. Yeah, down at the 8. Womp womp. Pickett. Oh, that was close. Trevor, what are you doing, man? That would have put New England ahead. Vita Vea with the pressure. It's incomplete again. Imagine the game declined the penalty. I would feel bad for the Bills at that point. Even though I want them to lose, I would feel pretty bad. 3rd and goal. Trevor Lawrence has time. No excuses. Oh my God, what a catch. That was an awful throw. He was asking for a turnover, and Calvin Mentor snatches it out of the air. Trevor Lawrence, other than that one drive that ended in an interception, he has been abysmal. If he's doing this against New England's defense, I can't wait to see what he would do with Pat Surtain and Cameron Dantzler. The only problem is I'm scared for Matt Corral, too. Might be better if I play Minshew. That might be the move. Would I rather have a power forward averaging 40, 13, and 14 or Wilt? I may be a Wilt meat rider, but I'm not stupid. I'm picking the power forward. Wilt led the league. Why did they try to tackle him after he knelt it? That should be a 15-yard unnecessary roughness. Takes effect on the kickoff, no? Oh well, 7-13 at the half. This has been an ugly game. Both of these offenses look god-awful. And we've seen some good offense today. The Bengals' offense was great. Seattle's offense was great. Dallas's offense was great when they tried. I'm one of Wilt's 20,000. That doesn't make sense. Wilt died like 7 years before I was born. I don't know if it's exactly 7. I don't remember the exact year, but in the ballpark. JV defensive end is better than drugs. Okay. All right, the Bills start with the ball in the second half. Trevor Lawrence has had some flashes, but overall he has not been good. They need to utilize Jonathan Taylor. I get, like, the run game has been bad throughout, like, the playoffs this year, but even so, Octi's 17. No, I'm not. I thought Wilt died in 1996. Was it 98? It was 99. Oh, okay. So it was nowhere near 7 years. Good defense. That was not a half bad throw. It was 99. So yeah, it was not within 7 years. Not quite. Math was a little bit off. I thought it was 96. Wait, you're 20. No, when did I say I was 20? You sound 11. I'm like an adult, buddy. When I was 11, I sounded like a chipmunk. Your sister hasn't followed me back yet. Good. She listened to my advice. So New England gets it back. They're only down by 6. Which offense do I have more faith in? On one hand, like, the Bills' offense is better. But on the other hand, New England's offense has been less about them and more about the Bills' defense. That was a ballsy throw, but it works. Good play. I'm going to make a new... You probably shouldn't do that, bud. Please don't. Another first down for New England. Okay, okay. It's over. You guys are winning. How is it over when your team is winning? Like, I get it hasn't been pretty, and I like my chances in the AFC Championship more than I did 20 minutes ago, but it's not like you guys have gotten any big injuries. Defense has been great. If I marry your sister, you owe me $5. I will give you 50. How about that? Actually, no, never mind, because that'll make you want to do it. Never mind, I take that back. Here's Travis Etienne on the screen to the 30. We should send the AFC Championship. That sounds great. For all of you anti-Bengal enthusiasts, which I would assume is a lot of you. A screen actually worked. They work sometimes, it's just that they do it too much. And at that point it gets predictable, and it doesn't work often. Those locker room videos where it's like which teammate you wouldn't want your daughter to date. If we did that in OFL, everybody would have the exact same answer. I remember they did that with the Vikings, and I think it was like Stephon Diggs, young Stephon Diggs, so everybody answered. And then they showed Stephon Diggs, and he's like, I'm a great guy. That's exactly what Hector would do. Wow, that's going to be an interception. Oh, boy. Josh Allen, what were you thinking, buddy? J.C. Horn is going to take it the entire length of the field, slowing down, and then he finally makes it for the end zone for a pick 6. Is Matt Corral like the best quarterback in the AFC? Other than Lamar Jackson? He unironically is. Shiesty would be too. I would have Shiesty higher than Danny, because Shiesty's just like, you know. Bills are now going to go for 2. And they get it. 21-7. Jamar Chase is widowy-quitting in the end zone. He's widowy-quitting. That turnover is going to potentially prove to be gigantic. New England was actually really gaining some steam, and now all of a sudden they're down by 14. What was the question? It was which OFL member would you not let date your daughter, or I guess your sister. That would work too. Should have heard what Shiesty said on DC last night. Exactly. I treat women good. I'm loyal for like 3 days. Sure. And I'm rich. 2 of those things are not true, and the other one is not a flex. Would you rather Hector or the games date your sister? I'd rather get hit by a train. I think I would unironically probably choose the games. Would I, though? the game's just weird, but he's not, like, gonna give her an STD. So, yeah. I spent $26 yesterday. I'm rich. Wow. Congrats on spending a whole $26. That's great. You must be completely rich. $26 does not grow on trees. Imagine being related to either of them. That sounds like an experience that I would rather not entail. Why are we discriminating people with STDs? Because you're a danger to our society? Third down and inches. They don't get it. Big TFL for Von Miller. They might punt it. Yeah, they're going to punt. And so Buffalo will get it back. They're up by 14, even though their offense hasn't really done jack today. They haven't needed to. Closest to a sister I have is my cousin. So if she was dating Hector or Shiesty or anyone, I would accidentally put something in a drink. Okay, and they would accidentally die. Yeah, accident. Third quarter in the books. The Bills lead 21-7. Can Buffalo hang on and finally get that playoff win and position themselves for an AFC Championship appearance against the Bengals? Hooday. I accidentally shot JFK. In Minecraft, yes, of course. Not in real life. Top 5 CIA moments. What did Shiesty say? It wasn't necessarily a phrase, it was... Oh, it's intercepted! Trevor Lawrence, man, what are you doing? Jack Jones with the interception. New England's not entirely out of it. If the Bills' defense forget how to play football, which isn't all that likely, but if they do, a comeback is possible. Okay, I don't think they're going to forget. Micah Parsons with a sack. He'll probably be in the zone now. Oh, no, maybe he needs 2 sacks. Trevor's unclutch. Imagine if Trevor Lawrence had to play the Bills' defense. That would be an experience. And not a good one for Trevor. I don't know if I should feel better or worse about the Bills, because their offense has been abysmal. You got to score points to win, but, like, how are we going to score either? I get our offense has been great, but, like, this defense is insane. What are we supposed to do? New England's going to go for it now. Honestly, I would punt. I like your chances better to get a stop than to get a 4th and 25. And it's intercepted. Another turnover. Trayvon Diggs makes the play. I'm frightened. I will say, if we game plan our offense like we did today, try to go deep often, get J-Mo open down the field, I think we can win. But I am concerned for Matt Corral's, not only his safety, but also for the haters who might have a field day on him. If Matt Corral plays well against the Bills, though, you will not hear the end of it from me. I'm going to be pushing some nasty agendas if he performs well. Even if we lose, if he performs well, I'm agenda pushing. Every single time we watch these two teams, it's a turnover clinic. That's true. That's very true. Jonathan Taylor with a first down. They haven't utilized him a ton, but he hasn't been bad compared to some of the other running backs we've seen. He's been fine. Solid gain for JT again. If Matt gets 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, I'll legally have to claim him as my daddy. Good. No PI. No, that's a good no call. That was good coverage. And a bad throw, too, because, well, Trevor Lawrence stinks. Third and 10. What the hell was he going for? Okay, you do you, Trevor. You do you, buddy. 58-yarder is up. It is no good. Wide to the left. So New England has 4 minutes left on the clock. It's not looking good for them, but they're not out of it. There's Nuke Hopkins with a solid play. Trevor Lawrence is looking like me trying to make a pass blindfolded. That's one way to put it. Our defense is a lot better than New England's. If he's doing this against the Pats, who he historically has struggled against, to be fair, he plays better against us, but our defense is also better. And our defense, at least watched in the playoffs, even though we haven't made like a bunch of big sacks, has been good. Nearly an interception for Ramsey. Instead, it's a first down. I feel like Josh Allen hasn't even been terrible. He just happens to be playing against a monster defense. Trevor Lawrence has genuinely been awful. Which is why I'm scared for Corral, because it's not Josh Allen's fault. If Josh Allen's going to play like this, then what is Matty C going to do? As good as Matt Corral has been in non-Super Bowl or non-OFL Bowl playoff games, because boy, he's been good. Here at the 2-minute warning, can the Bills hold on and finally get that playoff win? If they get this 4th down stop, I really like their chances. I mean, even if they don't, I like their chances too. I meant send T-Law to where Greg Roman is. Octi being scared makes me happy. I'd rather be scared about playing the Bills than not playing the Bills. Put it that way. And I'm not scared for our defense. I'm excited for our defense. If y'all could play any position in sports professionally, what would it be and why? So if I was good enough to be a pro, I'd probably want to be like an NBA sharpshooter. Sit in the corner, drain threes, and get $80 million contracts. That sounds lovely. Something I'm already good at, and I'd get paid a lot of money. I don't know if Justin Fields in watched is better than T-Law. Justin Fields did have the rushing ability, so maybe he is, but like, yeah, actually, I guess you're right. Justin Fields was like equally bad as a thrower, maybe a little bit better. And he had the rushing ability. Stephon Gilmore's in the zone. Gilly, I need a play from you, buddy. So New England doesn't go for the onside kick. They trust their defense. I would too. Calvin Mentor is hurt. Grab it at the wrist. Got to look out for a lower body injury. I think we're looking at the knee. Bills would have called a timeout anyway, so that doesn't really change anything with the clock. Third and 4. Everyone makes excuses for you because you can shoot threes. There's always some sort of role for Duncan Robinson. Game on the line. Wait, actually, I just realized with Calvin Mentor getting hurt, Buffalo had to call the timeout, not New England. I'm slow. It doesn't affect the clock, but it affects New England's timeouts. And now that they get the stop, they're going to have 2 timeouts. That's plenty of time. 1:15 and 2 timeouts. So while the Mentor injury didn't affect the clock, oh, God. Oh, my Lord. What a punt! Down at the 3. That punt also wasted a ton of time. That ball was on the 3 for a good 6 seconds. Now New England's going to have to run the ball. Oh, kill me. I don't want to see them run the ball anymore. It's been awful. Oh! Okay. Good run. Tank Bigsby. All right, now New England's in business. They had to waste about 20 seconds because of the punt, but now they're in business. Why are you going short, stupid? What are you doing? Move. Let's move along. Let's move. Still got 2 timeouts, but let's go faster. No. That's not good. Call time. Good. Okay. Move along. You've wasted over half of your time on this drive, and you've moved 30 yards. Okay, he caught it. Gonna have to call that last time out. Just go for the Hail Mary right now. Don't waste time. Don't waste any time. Just go for it. Josh Allen's got the arm. Although, really, any quarterback should have the arm from here. It looks like they will go for the Hail Mary. Good. This is 1,000% the correct call. All right, Hail Mary number 1 is no good. I'm a little concerned Josh Allen might, throw it too far. That's my issue here. They're going to have enough time for at least 2. Probably 2. Yeah, only 2. Hail Mary number 2, flag! That's going to be a DPI, probably. Oh my goodness, they're going to have 1 play on the 1-yard line. Oh my goodness. Josh, please, clutch up. Got it! Touchdown at the buzzer! Oh my goodness! The New England Patriots have been able to come back. They were down by 14 at the 2-minute warning. You got to get a touchdown, a stop, and another touchdown. That's so hard to do. It rarely happens, but it just happened. All right, New England, you know the drill. Tails, never. Say it with me, kids. Oh, my God. New England, you should know better. I will say I don't trust the Bills to score a touchdown, but, the Bills' touchdowns today were off of a turnover, which led to good field position, and then a pick 6. So I don't necessarily trust their offense to, do it. But I would still pick to start with the ball because it's obviously possible. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe New England just did that. Oh my goodness. I want the Bills to lose, and I've been praying on their downfall, but this would be a sad way to lose. I hope they do lose, but that'd be a sad way to lose. I'd feel kind of bad. Is this a top 5 playoff game ever? No. Most of this game has been horrible to watch. It's been close, though, and it's been exciting with turnovers, so it's still been a good game, but it's been ugly. But it's one of the best playoff games we've had this year, put it that way. 14 for 27 for 111 is crazy works. If I lose this, I gotta consider retiring. Not exactly. I mean, you can obviously do what you want, but, you've got the team to do it. You've just been unlucky. Although, so far, the offense is drilling. They're moving. Although, don't forget, with the new overtime rules, New England does get the ball. I forgot about that. Okay. In that case, there's a part of me now that with the new playoff rules that would almost be smarter to, not start with the ball. If you win the coin toss and choose to kick and end up losing, you'll look like the biggest idiot on the planet. But low-key, I don't know. That might have been the call. But, there's no way the Bills could have, realistically chose to defer, because then they would just look so stupid if they lose. I can make T-Ball look good. Can you? Stetson Bennett was phenomenal with the Raiders before he got benched. Stetson Bennett on your team was, not good. And ironically enough, it is against Josh Allen. And it's his fault the rule even exists. 3rd and 9. I don't like that call. Buffalo will score here, though. If nothing else, they're going to get points. This was not a bad drive. They scored. Probably. Okay, yeah, they got it. Buffalo's defense has been so good today. I get they've struggled over the last couple of minutes. I'm not really going to fault the Bills for that last drive because of the Hail Mary penalty. The drive before was kind of bad, but that's one truly successful drive that New England has had today. All it takes is a couple of sacks or a turnover. That's all it takes. And Buffalo's shown the ability to do that. So, I don't love New England's chances here. It's obviously very possible. If they can come back down 14 in under 2 minutes, they can easily win this. But I don't love their chances. The Bills' secondary knows how to make plays. They know how to force turnovers, and a turnover will end the game. Good play by Travis Etienne. Look at him go! Good play after the catch. That should not have been a first down. Instead, he gets 14. Allen's under pressure. Downfield. It's caught. Okay, New England looks good so far. The clock is not really an issue as well. That's Odell Beckham. I forgot they had OBJ. He hasn't really done a whole lot today. But anyway, the clock is not an issue. And New England looks good so far. It's still early in the drive, but they look good. They're already pretty close to field goal range, although that's not what New England's looking for here. 2nd and 7. Allen's under a lot of pressure. Uh-oh. Will Anderson with the sack. Is he in the zone now? No. Good. Okay. 3rd and 16. Give me something here, offense. Don't let him get sacked. Allen, really tough throw. It is caught! Oh my goodness! Trayvon Diggs just got mossed. I do not believe that just happened. There were 2 defenders in the backfield ready to sack him, and then Trayvon Diggs, who is so good in every watch game, just got cooked. Josh Allen is in the zone. Will Anderson now is in the zone all of a sudden as well. Oh my goodness, they're 1 yard away. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Oh my goodness. New England's going to win. Oh, that was close. Lewis Seen's got to make a play on that ball. Why aren't they running it? You're half a yard away. Give it to James Conner. If they turn it over, I swear. I think they're going to kick. I think they're going to kick it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. You were at the 1. Give it to Conner. Oh, my Lord. What is happening? I don't hate the call to kick it because they've been so unsuccessful in the red zone, but, like, you have James Conner. I get you haven't ran it well with Travis Etienne, but you have a short yardage guy. What a clutch stop in the red zone by the Bills. And now it's, I think, first score wins. I don't love the Bills' offense at all, but they have 2 timeouts. They're going to have a minute 15. They got time. All they need is a field goal, and they're going to have pretty good field position, and they have a good kicker. All it takes is 1 or 2 big plays. Is Calvin Mentor in the game, by chance? He's not. Ooh, they don't have Calvin Mentor on the field. That's a big deal. Why are they running the ball? I get Trevor's been bad, but, like, what choice do you have? This really has been the playoff game of the year. Oh, my goodness. This has been awesome. I'm happy my team's not playing. I'd have about 7 different heart attacks. They've got to move it, but they are pretty close to field goal range. Defense. I need you here, defense. Has there ever been a double overtime in OFL? There has been. I don't think recently, but there definitely has been before. The Bills do not seem to care about the clock. They are close to field goal range. They only really need one play. And they call the time. What are they doing? Why'd they call the timeout? Unless they get like a good play out of bounds, I don't know if they're going to have enough time to gain like 5 yards, go no huddle, and then kick the field goal. Are they running the ball? Oh, I was going to say, what would they be doing? Throw it to 45, I dare you. Ha ha ha. They might have enough time. It'd be a 59-yarder. Why did New England just call time? Oh my goodness, how stupid are these teams? Are they even going to show us the kick? Oh, yeah, they are. What are these teams thinking? Both of these teams deserve to lose. For the win, 59-yarder is up. And he made it. Oh my goodness gracious, the Bills actually won. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. So the Bills win. The Bills are moving on. The Bills are going to play us in the AFC Championship. I think both of these teams, they had to have tried to lose the game, right? There's no way these two teams legitimately tried to win. I should feel really good about my chances because both of these teams played awful. But, like, we caught the Bills on a bad day and they still won. So, like, Trevor Lawrence was god-awful. He was terrible. And they still won. Even if they don't deserve it at all. New England was literally a yard away in overtime. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I can watch, like, another game after this. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, that was something. That was damn near a 60-yard ice kick. I think that was 59 yards. What happened to Calvin Mentor? He did not return to the game. Oh, no. He's healthy. Ah, damn. I don't like that. All right, we've got one more game left. I don't know how we can beat that, but we're going to try with the Dreadnoughts and the Commies. So far, all the same seeds have won in both conferences. In Wild Card, it was 2, 3, and 5. In the AFC, it was 1 and 3. That bodes well for the Commies, doesn't it? Hey Siri, give me a number between 76 and 77.
A random number between 76 and 77 is 77.
All right, that'll be the Dreads. I'm like still like in a state of shock right now. I do not know what to say. Whew, okay. I feel like for the Dreads we gotta go all blue, no? Because Hobie's not here, so we can pick. The Commies obviously don't have blue anywhere. Yeah, you guys did lose in a really similar way against New England, and New England ended up winning the whole thing. All red. Good call. That's not red. That is, though. Bloods versus the Burgundy Crips. All right, the final day of the final game of the day, we have been treated to some battles so far. And we'll finish off with the Dreadnoughts and the Washington Commanders with a spot in Seattle for the NFC Championship on the line. So here comes out the Dreadnoughts. Jalen Hurts leading the way. The Dreadnoughts did not score any points in the first half of their wild card playoff game, but they didn't need to. Their defense was phenomenal. We'll see if the offense is a little bit more awake, albeit they're playing against a tough defense, led by Mad Max himself, Max Crosby. Dave Goff and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson just got superstar from the training camp the training camp standout storyline. I don't think I've seen the storyline where 2 players get it, though. That's cool. Is it worth noting beating the divisional team in the playoffs tends to get chaotic? A division win in the playoffs is certainly nice. Jalen Hurts breaks a sack. And it's caught! Brock Bowers, former Bengal. Nice play. Former Geagle as well. Oh, you gave Goff superstar. Oh, you got to pick? I mean, I think we would definitely be favored because we've played better and watched, but, like, I don't know. There's a small part of me that's thinking, like, the fact that the Bills were able to win that game, even though they played poorly, it's like, if they played well, you'd think they'd really be able to make plays. But on the other hand, we've given our team a lot more reason to be confident. If I had to pick, I'd pick us to win, but, like, I can't say I'm that confident. I just edited him. Hell yeah. The Bills on offense were terrible, but, like, if Trevor Lawrence picks it up, and last time we played them, he played well. Trevor Lawrence usually does struggle against New England. He plays fine against us. And their defense was phenomenal. Albeit they did struggle at the end of the game. And New England should have won in overtime when they had the ball on the goal line. Why doesn't Holman have his X Factor on? That's a good question. He should have. I think he's played 500 snaps. That's a... Huh. You guys don't have 3 X Factors on your defense, do you? If you do, that'd be why, but, like... Sometimes Madden's weird about it with rookies. I don't know why. Anyway, here's Mac Jones. He played well last week against the Eagles and what ended up being a crazy finish. Maybe not as crazy as the finish we just saw, but those Bengals... I think it's going to be a good game. Again, I think we're going to win, but I do not say that confidently. But if Matt Corral plays well, I will be agenda pushing, even if we lose. I would rather we win and Matt Corral obviously plays awful, but if we lose and he plays well, I'm agenda pushing. D-backs get Paul Sewell. Oh, that's actually kind of a good pickup. Why would the Mariners trade him, though? Shouldn't they be, like, buying? Are they choosing to sell? Seems odd, but okay. Power to you, Seattle. Nice throw on 3rd and 3 by Macaroni and Cheese Man himself over to George Pickens. If it's a blowout, the Bengals win. If I've never seen the Bills win a blowout, we've never seen the Bills win a blowout in the playoffs because that's their first playoff win. The Bills have historically done pretty well against us. They beat us and watched earlier this year, but we've looked better through the playoffs. Chase Claypool in the end zone for a touchdown. Good play. Great drive from Mac Jones, and the Commies take the lead. I can't wait to have 50 heart attacks next stream. If we lose, can it just be, like, quick and painless? Like, that last game would be a fun game to win, but, like, even I thought I was going to have a heart attack, and my team wasn't even in it. Watching those two teams hand each other the game should make me feel more confident. Because neither of them wanted to win. Bro literally contemplated retirement, it was so bad. So now we get to see the Dreadnoughts offense. They had a solid first drive, only got a field goal, though. Short throw gets them about 3. Nice play downfield. I believe that's Juju Smith-Schuster. He's got one man to beat. He breaks the tackle and gets it to the 7. Mexico City Diablo legend Boo Boo Schuster. Now the Dreads can get the lead right back. And they will. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. Pretty good game so far. 10-7. So now the Commies will get it back. Their first drive was a very good one. And we'll see what they can do for drive number 2. What is the best team to never win/make the OFL Bowl? That is a good question. Probably the OFL 21 Cardinals. They made the NFC Championship like every year, and they couldn't get out. Even in the long-term sim, they kept making the NFC Championship and they couldn't get out. This is still going on. Yes, it is. We're watching 4 games, so naturally it's going to be a little bit longer. After a hold, Washington gets about 6. Texans going to be in that conversation, sadly. You still got 2 more years, though. Still got time. Third and 10. Big sack for Daniil Hunter. He had 3 in the wild card game against the Geagles. And now he gets one here on 3rd down. Big play. The Monarchs, too. Yes, definitely the snubbed Monarchs. Got Josh Rojas and Guardians franchise legend Ryan Bliss. Exciting. And Dominic Canzone. That's quite a bit. Josh Rojas was in the bigs for a little bit. Bliss is a good prospect. Canzone was, I think, in the big leagues, too. Could be wrong. But I believe he was. So the Dreads get it back. Hurts under pressure. Nice throw. I believe that's Keenan Allen who gets it to the 40. I really don't know how I'm supposed to feel. If I was you, I'd be happy because you won. Even if your team didn't play well, I'd be a little bit worried about the next game. I don't feel better about the Bills' chances after seeing that. But the fact that you won has to be cool. No matter what, at least you're going to get 1. Hopefully not 2, but you never know. Oh my, Aaron Jones, look at him go. Big fella to the 21. Is that trade good or bad for the Mariners? I mean, it seems like they got a lot for a reliever, which in that sense it seems pretty good. But on the other hand, I'm a little bit surprised they're selling. Although, do the Mariners really have a shot at the World Series? Realistically, no. But on the other hand, in the MLB, if you can grab that last playoff spot and your pitching gets hot, and the Mariners do have some high-end pitching talent, anything is possible. Look at the Phillies last year, for example. But it seems like they did get quite a bit for a relief pitcher. Said Dread's offense couldn't score in us. It was actually the 3rd quarter, and it didn't matter because Jacoby Brissett was really bad. Is he in? I think he is. Yep, Keenan Allen is in for a touchdown, and the Dreadnoughts extend their lead. The offense looks a whole lot better than they did last week. I'll give you that. Dreads are, instead of deadly, how about they're dreadly? That was corny, I'm sorry. Big drive here for Washington. It's time to wake up. They're down by 10. They had a good first drive, but the second drive not so much. Still feel like the Dreads have more to prove. I mean, I guess, because, like, they were better this year than Washington. If Washington lost today, nobody would really bat an eye, even though they're not really much worse. It'd be like, yeah, good season. Made it to second round, lost to a better team on the road. Whereas the Dreadnoughts, I feel like, would be expected to win. But, like, Washington winning this game wouldn't be much of a surprise because they're not much worse, in my opinion. Do you remember what the Lions/Seahawks wore in Week 4? Week 4. That was the game where nobody played defense. That was one of the games of all time. I don't remember what we wore. I would assume we wore blue jerseys, obviously. I don't remember specifically. That game was so hard to watch, though. Scored 45 points, had a bazillion yards, and we lost. Are we going to get a water punt? Oh, that was like literally maybe half a yard shy. The Dreads dodged the bullet. The Commies are pretty good, but so are the Dreadnoughts. These are two really good teams. These two teams are good enough to win the bowl. Hurts under pressure. Off his back foot. Another ridiculous throw for Juju. Jalen Hurts is on fire right now. He looks unreal. In real life, Ravens v. OFL Bills are the same. They give me 50-yard attacks a game. Third and 6. The Dreads already having 17 makes me feel good about where my defense is. Shouldn't feel good about that offense, though. What level of talent is Ryan Bliss? I know who he is. I'm not going to act like I know a ton about his game. I had him in the Guardian series last year, so I know a little bit. Obviously, MLB The Show doesn't tell the full story, but I remember him being a fine enough contact hitter, at least in the long term. That should have been intercepted. Not a lot of power, but he was a good defender, and he was really fast. So again, that was what his MLB The Show player card looked like, so don't really take my word for it. But that's what I remember. Nice catch. Who's 6? Oh, that's Aaron Jones. To the 26. This offense looks nasty. The Seahawks offense looks great. The Dreads offense looks great. The Bengals offense looks great. And then you got the Bills, who have a better defense than all three of us, so who cares? Brock Bowers gets him to the 10. They're close. Aaron Jones should not be able to do that. That's an absolutely fair point. I will not argue that. Nice hit. Jones to the 5. Second and goal. Nothing. He actually goes backwards. Lost a yard. Now it's third and goal. If the Dreads score, it's a 3-possession game, so the Commies could really use a stop. And looks like they're going to get it. Mad Max Crosby is in the backfield to sack him. When the conference championships come, anyone can win the OFL Bowl. Any of the 5 teams left could win it, and I wouldn't be surprised. All 5 teams are deserving. They all have really good coaches. They all have phenomenal rosters. No one winning it would surprise me. If I were to pick one team, I mean, I picked the Bengals at the start of the playoffs, and we have exceeded my expectations. So I have to roll with the Bengals. But is T-Law really deserving? T-Law had a good year, even though today he had one of the worst QB games I can remember. He's still good. Maybe this is why I didn't make the playoffs. Your team had a good run, but they're not at the level of these 5 teams who are left. And even the teams who lost today. Obviously, Dallas is great. Tennessee won 13 games. New England's a tough opponent. They almost beat the Bills. 3rd and 2. Big play here for Washington. And they will get the first down. They don't get a ton after, but they didn't need to. Mac Jones, 9 for 11. I'm not going to make the same joke because the last one was corny. Why do they keep going short? I mean, I guess they had 3 timeouts. Now they don't, but still. The Falcons ran a jet sweep to Felipe Franks at practice today. He can move for his size for a big dude. I respect the creativity. Timeout number 2. Washington does get another first down, though. And Washington, don't forget, starts with the ball in the second half. So that's nice, I guess. Downfield throw. What a catch. Out of bounds. Still a ridiculous grab, though. Second down now. Under a minute. Another first down. There's Ayuk. They got to keep moving. They only have 1 timeout. Tick, tick, tick. Nope. Incomplete. Good pressure by Danielle Hunter, who continues to really play well here in the playoffs. And now it's a 3rd and 10. Washington's ran the ball twice today. That's not a lot, kids. Mac Jones has time. He can't find anybody, but he's got all the time in the world. And it is caught by Ayuk. They're going to call the timeout, and I assume they're going to kick. Yeah, good drive. Only got a field goal, but still a good drive. So it looks like it'll be 20-10 going into halftime. The Dreads had the edge. What do you think about turning off momentum boost? Momentum boost is in like the momentum on the scoreboard. I feel like having the momentum boost generally is a good thing. Are they like broken next year? T-Law would have thrown a pick with that time in the pocket. He probably would have. That'll wrap up the first half, 20-10. The Dreadnoughts had the edge, but it's not over. Washington starts with the ball. 2 run plays for 6 yards. I love the diversity of the offensive play calling. This is a huge drive for Washington. Can they cut the lead to 1 possession? I'm using the Browns playbook, and you have 2 carries. There's like 4 different boosts that mess up Watched really badly. I didn't even know you could take them off. Although, Matt, I know they added a bunch of like settings to enhance your franchise next year, so that doesn't really surprise me that that would be a feature. They did a really good job with the settings. The settings is like, unironically, the best changes to franchise next year, and that's not even like a bad thing. The changes they made to like a lot of the settings are really good. I can't wait to play with the regression sliders. Those seem great. This way maybe all the running backs won't be 99 overalls when they're 31. They're actually trying to run the ball now, would you look at that? I don't know if you guys can hear the purge siren. It sounds like the purge is happening outside. Everything's fine. There's not a zombie apocalypse. Matt goes downfield. Nice catch. He's out of bounds, though, yeah. Why is there a siren? I don't know. That thing goes off once every few days for a good few minutes. And I don't know why. Nice first down. Oh, now it's off. The purge is happening while OFL is being streamed. What did the purge happen during the OFL of the Bills-Patriots game? What do? Do we just sit and watch? Or do I, like, actually fear for my life and, like, hide? Because, like, I can't miss the ending of that game because it's so good. But, like, is there a police chase right next to you? No, there is not. Third and 4, another big play. They're close to field goal range, and they get another first down. You got to sacrifice your life for OFL. Not even the main channel, just sacrifice it for OFL. Here's Najee Harris. He takes it all the way. It's a 3-point game now. The Commies are right back in it. This is what happens when you run the ball, kids. It sometimes works out. So it's 20-17. The Commanders are back in the ball game. The Commies are playing better, but the Dreadnoughts offense continues to be really good, although they have kind of struggled in the red zone. They've only been able to get field goals. Another field goal keeps it as a one-score game. Not a bad start. Keenan Allen to the 43. Jalen Hurts on the next play launches a rocket for a wide open man. It's Juju Smith-Schuster. Why is Juju looking so zesty? Juju's already one of the more zesty players in the league. So now he's like he's laying on his stomach. He's kicking his legs back. Of course Juju would do that, of all people. He looks like such a cutie patootie. Drebs could be better than I thought. I don't know what you expected. This team won 13 games. They're really good. Or was it 14? I don't remember, but they're really good. So they're right back up by 10. That was quick. They saw that Washington made it close, and they were like, no. We got to get this lead back. What did Octi say about Juju? I said he's a cutie patootie. Did I stutter? I don't think so. I said what I said, boy. All right, so the Commies get it back. They're right down by Cutie Patty. I said Cutie Patootie. I'm not calling him a Krabby Patty. What the hell? Here's Mac Jones. He gets 9 on the read option. Oregon lands quarterback Achilles Smith Jr. If he's anything like Pops in college, that sounds pretty good. If he's anything like Pops in the pros, that does not sound too good. Bengal legend, who dey? Legend is in he was a gigantic bust, but that's beside the point. Downfield shot is caught at the 29 for Chris Olave. Octi is such a zesty cutie patootie. How am I zesty? Another first down. Abe Lucas is hurt, though. Najee Harris now stumbles a little. Gets it to the 9. Now at the 5, 3rd and 1. If they don't get it, I get a field goal makes it a one-score game, but, like, be bold. Go for it. Okay, they won't need to. Najee Harris with the touchdown, and the deficit is back to 3. I know the game we're coming off of was wild, and this game's probably not going to top that, but this has been a really good game. We've got, like, 3.5 really good games today. The only team who didn't give themselves a heart attack was us. Every game today is a 10 out of 10. The Bengals-Titans wasn't that exciting. I mean, it was a 10 out of 10 for me because, like, my team dominated for the most part, except in the Simcast, which, if you're going to choose one area not to dominate, I would hope it would be the Simcast. But the other 3 games have been awesome. Jalen Hurts is cooking. My goodness. Those numbers are really good, and that accurately displays how awesome he has been. Here's Aaron Jones up the middle to the 50. And that will wrap up the third quarter. The Dreads lead in a close one, 27-24. Another close game, but unlike the last game, it's because these teams are actually playing well. Can the Dreadnoughts hold on to their lead here in the 4th? They've got good field position, now past the 50. Alex Kappa is hurt, though. I think the Dreads just gave him a nice payday. And now he is injured. Back to Jones. Doesn't quite get it, but he's close. He's a yard away. A lawn yard. That's more like a yard and like 2 feet. They'll go back to Jones. He'll get it. If they run the ball well, they should be fine. Nice little juke move to the 30. They're moving slower on this drive, but they're moving well, and now Juju's hurt. Oh no! Slay Queen! I had to. Juju's been having himself a day. That'd be a big loss if he's out. Slay Queen is crazy. If he's going to be all zesty like that in the end zone, then I'm going to give him a response. Hurts under pressure. Got it. Dragging the feet in. Third and 3 now. Another first down for the Dreads. They'll get it inside the 10. This game is... this game has gone a little bit faster. I think you're right. Keenan Allen is in the zone. Okay, that's interesting. I just realized Jalen Hurts does not have X Factor. He probably will, because he threw for a bazillion yards this year, so I assume he'll go up before the bowl. Second and goal. Incomplete. When am I going to go on the podcast? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. Last game, you saw two idiots dueling it out. I mean, you guys were only half an idiot. The defense was great. Good stop by Washington, though. It'll remain a one-score game. So the Commies can take the lead with a touchdown. And the kick is good. 30-24. Good red zone stop. The Dreads have kicked like 3 red zone field goals today. If they lose, it's going to be because of their inability to score touchdowns in the red zone. So now Washington will get it. 5 minutes left on the clock. Time is not an issue. If Max scores, I will not hate the Patriots this upcoming season. Why do I find that hard to believe? League officials believe that Mac Jones will be traded before the 2026 draft. I'm sure he will. Maybe if Mac Jones throws it away on a Hail Mary, the Commies would trade him. Which, it wouldn't be the first time. Or the second time. That might be even worse, though! It's intercepted! Who's 32? That looks like a face scan. Is that Jimmy Ward? I know they have Charvarius Ward, but I believe that's Jimmy Ward with the interception. So Mac Jones turns it over. First turnover of the game. Big play for the Dreads. I guess MP will keep hating the Patriots after all. So now the Dreads are back in a good spot. All they really need is a field goal. They'll be up by 2 scores, and guess what? They are in field goal range already. Who needs a field goal, though, when you can get more? He's a monarch. A monarch? Like an orca whale? Simcast. It's a 1-score game. It's not looking good, but the Pats, whose offense did nothing for 3.5 quarters, came back down 14. And they were in position to win in overtime if they, actually tried on the goal line and didn't call a timeout as time was expiring. 3rd and 11. That was risque. He was asking for disaster there. So the Dreads will kick. And they will be up by 2 scores. 33-24. Good thing my kicker already got paid after he sank 2 damn near 60-yarders. In overtime. That's insane that he made both of those. So Washington is down by 9. They're not totally out of it, but they need to move quick. They can't have like a 2.5-minute drive here. Well, that almost basically ended the game. He's lucky he dropped it. Nice throw. Out of bounds, too. Gain of 15. Clock stops. Mac is turning into his in-real-life counterpart. Mac has been fairly good today. The interception was bad. But other than that, it's not really his fault that the defense can't stop, anything. I was trying to think of the good joke, and I couldn't think of one quick enough. I guess that's why I don't do stand-up, kids. Najee Harris breaks a tackle. I feel like they should be trying to move a little quicker, even though Najee's played well. Probably one more play before the 2-minute warning, unless it's out of bounds or incomplete, which I guess is very possible. And Najee Harris. Oh, I thought that said fumble for a second. Because, like, it was a hit stick animation and the red thing popped up. I thought he lost it. I'm expecting a baby. What are you expecting the baby to do? 3rd and 3. Short throw for Claypool. Okay, it's a first down. But they've got to move a little faster. Keep it moving. Nice tackle. I'm pregnant. It's your child. Well, how could that happen? You're a child. Is Chris Hansen about to stroll through my door? 3rd and 1, incomplete. Game's on the line. They might kick. Yeah, they're going to kick. Field goal does make it a one-score game, but I feel like on 4th and 1, like if it was 4th and 7, I'd get it. But when you're that close to a first down, I would go for it. They do make it a one-score game, though. I assume they're going to go for the onside. They do have their 3 timeouts, though, but yeah. We saw what happened last week with an onside kick in Washington. And just like last week, Washington does not get the better end of it. The Dreadnoughts pick it up, and a first down officially ends it. San Antonio's 5 yards away from going to the NFC Championship. Are they going to get it here? Nope. Not quite. I feel like in some situations when you're chewing clock and it's a 3rd down, you just have to run it. In this situation, I don't mind a pass. Nope, they'll just run it. And they'll get it! Aaron Jones with a big run to the 18. And that'll do it. We started today with 8 left, and we are now down to 4. The Dreadnoughts survived the Commies 33-27. This was a good game. I would say the second best game we've had today. The fall of communism. Mao Zedong. It's Zadover. Jalen Hurts was utterly fantastic. He was great. Mac Jones was pretty good too. He wasn't great, but he was good. He was good. Both teams ran it quite well, which is quite the contrary to what we've seen throughout the entirety of the playoffs. That was a surprise. 10 catches for 45 yards for Najee. EA in a nutshell. I bet if you were to watch like a full season, some running back could like break the receptions record and they would still only finish with like 800 receiving yards. So that was a long one, but it was a fun one. We had 3.5 really good games, and with that, we are down to 4. The Bills, the Bengals, who dey, the Seahawks, and the Dreadnoughts. Who's going to win the Players of the Week? I'll guess Jalen Hurts, obviously, Matt Corral, or J-Lo. I think it'll be Corral. Probably, we'll go Bobby Wagner. And then AFC defense, probably someone in the second game. Who was the absolute best? I guess really any of the guys who had an interception. Yeah, J.C. Horn. Yep, pretty much nailed it. Jalen Hurts, Matt Corral, Bobby Wagner, and J.C. Horn. C. Wallen's the player of the week, I'm sure. So every winning team got one of the players of the week, and now we are down to 4. Bills, Bengals, Seahawks, Dreadnoughts. Feels like any of these teams really could win, even though one of them played poorly today. I think all 4 of these teams are super deserving. They're super good. 4 really good coaches. 2 of them already have multiple rings, while 2 of them don't have any rings, the 2 number 1 seeds. So Wednesday will be the conference championships, and then Friday will be the OFL Bowl, as scheduled a couple weeks ago. I'm surprised I was able to go through the whole schedule perfectly. So, pat on the back. Let's check the injuries. We know the Bills are good, and we know Jamal Adams is not, but what about the other teams? Juju, broken thumb. Ooh, he's out for the rest of the playoffs. That's a big deal. Seattle's going to have Lockett back. We obviously had the 2, and the Bills are nothing. Texans enjoyed the couch. I'm glad you had fun. There's going to be more joining you in Cancun, so get ready. But, yeah, that'll wrap up the stream. Hope everybody enjoyed. This was a really fun one. And we'll be back Wednesday. Peace out.